Really? What'd they arrest you for? Well, you know the agreement. If one of us gets arrested, the other one doesn't post the bail. I'm not going to do it for you. Wouldn't expect you to do it for me. Now I get to pull out the disappointed grandfather card and say, just sit there and think about what you've done. Hello, sir. I'm Frank-Aber Nathy with the Think Twice Daily Picayune. Do you have time to answer a few questions for our readers? You're released early. What are you going on about this time, Karmine? Apologies, sir. I thought you'd already been made aware. Karmine's in jail. I'm Frank-Aber Nathy with the Think Twice Daily Picayune. So would you mind answering a few questions about current events? You know what, Frank? I'm going to have a few questions for you, too. Excuse me. My name is Frank Abner. It's a hyphenated first name. And as a journalist, I ask the questions. Your first name is hyphenated. Of course it is. Go ahead with your first question. You've been spotted all over town, sometimes simultaneously, in some strange situations. Do you have an explanation for any of that? Most definitely. It wasn't me. I've been here this whole time. There have been several police reports filed, all accusing you of doing some crazy stuff like dancing in traffic, wandering into areas closed off to the public, and even one person saw you on top of the Third National Bank's roof. If it wasn't you, is there a Michael cosplay in town I haven't heard about? I wonder how many of them have escaped. How many of whom escaped what? Carmine's really the one you need to be talking to about this, but anyway, a couple weeks ago, he ordered something from a business I told him not to do business with, and he thought it was a teleporter, but he got the Max Plus by mistake, and not only is it a teleporter, it's a duplicator. And the instructions might as well have been alien, so he just set to pushing buttons and flipping switches, and he must have triggered that thing a dozen times before he realized there were all these extra hymns running about the place. This device makes an exact copy of the person using it? Not an exact copy per se. Each one was a little different from the other in its own way. It's odd. We tried corralling them all in the back room, keep them there till we could figure out what to do. Lock the door, go out, try and find more, except another one would come along and just open the door and let them out. It's pretty obvious we needed a better plan. So in the end, what did you end up doing? Karmine was supposed to be posting these all over town, hoping the public would help us find them. It's just he got arrested, says the case of mistaken identity, but we'll let the courts decide. Do you think maybe Karmine was arrested because he looks like the guy on your wanted poster? That would be ridiculous. We made sure to include a physical description so the public would know whom we're referring to. Your poster also lists a $10,000 reward. How could you possibly expect to afford that when you don't even know how many you're dealing with? It doesn't mention a reward at all. This $10,000 here is just to grab the reader's attention. By the way, if someone really pressed it, we would just tell them our accounts payable office is on the third floor of some one-story building in Palmer. Figure that'd give us a couple days. Do you have any more questions for me? Yes, just one or two more questions. We've received reports about an invisibility cloak going missing. Ignoring the absurdity of such a thing being real, do you have anything to say about that? No, but I will say there's no reason to be concerned about a missing absurdity. What's important now is we keep our ears open and eye to the ground. These people could be anywhere.